Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you love rare coins, British history, and the thrill of discovering hidden value in every day, change, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and beloved coins from the United Kingdom, the 1971. To new Pence, we'll explore its origin, design, composition, grading, and most importantly, its growing value in today's numismatic auction markets. And make sure to stay till the end because I'll reveal some jaw-dropping auction prices that these coins have reached, especially in extra fine or uncirculated condition. Let's go back to the year 1971, a monumental year in British currency history. This was the year of decimalization, when the UK officially switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a modern decimal currency. Before this, £1 was equal to 240 old pence, but after decimalization, it became 100 new pence. This change meant brand new coins had to be introduced, and among them was the new pence coin, which first entered circulation on February 15, 1971, also known as Decimal Day. The new pence coin was struck in bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, giving it that rich reddish-brown tone that we all recognize. Early mint strikes were especially bright and deeply copper-colored, and when kept in excellent condition, they display a beautiful metallic luster that collectors go crazy for. Now, let's talk about the design, one of the most elegant of the modern UK coinage series. On the obverse, we have the first decimal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait shows Her Majesty wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and it's surrounded by the legend, Elizabeth to DG Reg, FD 1971, which stands for D. Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, or by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side, designed by Christopher Ironside, features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. Below the badge is a ribbon bearing the famous motto, Ich dienen, which means I serve in German. Beneath that, you'll find the inscription New Pence and the denomination too. The artistry of the 1971 to New Pence represents not just a coin, but a bridge between Britain's royal heritage and its modern era. Now here's where it gets exciting for collectors. The 1971 to new pence coin was struck in large numbers, over 1.4 billion pieces. So, on the surface, it doesn't sound rare, right? But the key lies in condition, color, and metal quality. Freshly minted coins had that bright coppery red color over time, though due to oxidation, most examples darken to a dull brown or even black tone. Finding one today that retains that original copper shade with full mint brilliance and no handling marks is incredibly rare, especially in extra fine or uncirculated condition. Collectors call these examples full red or red-brown pieces, and they command a strong premium in the market. When you find one that has been stored properly since 1971, with crisp details, sharp lettering, and that gorgeous copper hue, you're holding a true gem. In numismatics, condition is everything. The difference between a coin worth $1 and one worth thousands of dollars often comes down to just one word grade. Here's a quick breakdown. Fine heavy wear, details worn but visible. Very fine light even wear, design still clear. Extra fine minimal wear, nearly full detail, traces of mint luster. Uncirculated, no wear at all, only small handling marks. Proof specially struck for collectors, with mirror-like finish. A 1971 to new pence in extra. Fine condition can show light circulation, but still retain most of its shine. That's where collectors start to take notice. If it's fully brilliant uncirculated, with strong copper red color, you could be looking at a coin that brings serious attention at auction. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets really interesting. Well, the standard 1971 to new pence might be common in circulation. Examples in high grade have been selling for impressive amounts. For instance, in recent eBay and British auction sites, top quality examples in brilliant, uncirculated condition have sold for anywhere between $70 to $1,000 United States dollar. Coins graded by professional services like NGC or PCGS as MS65 or higher have achieved prices exceeding $75,000 United States dollar. And if the coin is in a proof set and touched with that full copper glow, collectors have paid $80,000 or more, depending on the presentation. Remember, what drives these values is quality, originality, and eye appeal. The 1971 issue represents the very first year of decimal coinage, so historically, it's a milestone piece. So why has the 1971 to new pence become so popular lately? A few reasons. Historical significance: it marks the dawn of decimal currency in the UK. Beautiful design: the Prince of Wales badge is timeless. Nostalgia factor: it reminds many Britons of the early 1970s, when the nation was adapting to a new money system. Investment potential: as high-grade examples disappear into collections, prices for top specimens keep climbing steadily. And with coin collecting gaining huge popularity online, especially through YouTube, TikTok, and auction platforms, demand for visually appealing coins like this one has never been stronger. So if you come across a 1971 to new pence coin, take a close look. Check its color: is it still bright copper? Examine the details: is the queen's hair and the feather badge sharp? And most importantly, handle it carefully, because if it's in extra fine or uncirculated condition, you might just have a piece that's worth dozens or even hundreds of dollars in today's market. What started as an everyday coin in 1971 has now become a small treasure for collectors, a shining reminder of Britain's numismatic journey into the modern era. Next up, the 1981 United Kingdom to new pence coin, especially in fine condition and with the distinctive copper shade, is creating waves in today's auction markets, fetching surprisingly high prices in US dollars. To understand why collectors are excited about this particular coin, let's step back in time. The two new pence coin was first introduced in 1971 when Britain switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the decimal currency system. The new pence coins were meant to help the public transition smoothly into the new money era. From 1971 to 1981, these coins carried the words new pence on the reverse side, along with the famous Prince of Wales feathers motif, designed by Christopher Ironside. It wasn't until 1980 that the inscription was changed to two pence. That small design change now marks the dividing line between two fascinating collecting eras. The year 1981 is particularly interesting. Officially, millions of two new pence coins were minted for circulation, but here's the twist: many of these were never released in mass circulation. Instead, they were primarily produced for brilliant uncirculated coin sets and proof sets. That means finding a 1981 to new pence in truly fine or uncirculated condition, especially one that has retained its rich copper color, is quite uncommon today. Many coins that did make it into circulation lost their luster and tone, while those kept safely stored have developed unique shades of Copper and bronze patina, which collectors adore. Now, let's talk about that special copper shade. The metal composition of early UK decimal to pence coins was 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% in a true bronze alloy over time. Exposure to air and handling can shift the coin's color from bright, reddish copper to a deeper, darker brown tone. But those preserved with their original reddish copper hue shine like miniature treasures. Collectors value coins with uniform luster, minimal surface marks, and that glowing copper tint in fine condition. Such examples are now being labeled high-grade. Numismatic pieces, especially when authenticated by professional grading services, on the UK and international auction markets. Well-preserved 1981 to new pence coins have been gaining steady attention. In online auctions, a coin in fine to extremely fine condition can sell anywhere between $50,000 USD, well and circulated or proof-like. Examples can reach $57,000 or more, especially when encapsulated and graded by NGC or PCGS. But that's not the end of the story. Some exceptional pieces with unique copper red toning or limited strike varieties have reportedly sold for over $67,000 USD in specialized numismatic sales. What drives these prices is the combination of condition, metal tone, and collector demand, not to mention the nostalgia factor of pre-1980 to new pence coins. With more collectors joining the British decimal coin market, even modest coins like the 1981 too. New pence are seeing renewed demand, especially in the US and Asia, where British coins hold a strong cultural and historical appeal. Look for the year 1981 beneath Queen Elizabeth II's portrait. On the reverse, confirm the inscription reads, "New pence, not to pence. Observe the surface a coin with bright, even copper luster and sharp details is more desirable. Avoid pieces with heavy scratches or corrosion. Even a tiny blemish can reduce collector value. Store it in a dry, airtight capsule or mylar flip to preserve its condition. If your coin looks mint fresh and retains that glowing copper tone, it might be worth sending for professional grading. A certified fine or very fine example often attracts serious buyers. As with all numismatic treasures, the key to rising value is scarcity combined with condition. The 1981 to new pence may not be as rare as a medieval gold sovereign, but in top quality copper shade and fine condition, it has become a true collector's favorite. Experts believe prices will continue to climb as more coins from circulation deteriorate or disappear into private collections. And for many collectors, the sentimental link to Queen Elizabeth II's early portrait series only adds emotional worth. So next time you come across a 1981 to new pence coin, take a closer look. That small copper disc could be more than just loose change. It might be a miniature piece of British history, now valued in dollars on the global stage. Next up, the 1988 to new pence copper shade coin. At first glance, it might look ordinary, maybe even worthless because of its worn condition, but what if I told you that some of these coins are fetching thousands, and in special cases, millions of dollars in today's coin auctions? To understand why the 1988 to new pence coin is special, we need to go back to 1971, the year of decimalization in the UK, when the country switched from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. New decimal coins were introduced, including the now famous new pence to penny coin. From 1971 to 1981, every 2p coin bore the words new pence on the reverse, surrounding the badge of the Prince of Wales. In 1982, however, the Royal Mint decided to change the inscription to simply to pence. But here's where things get interesting. Although the design had changed, older dies and experimental strikes sometimes led to oddities appearing in later years. And that's where 1988 comes into play. The standard 1988 2-pence coins were made from bronze and alloy of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. However, due to ongoing changes in the Royal Mint's production process, including experiments with new metal compositions and die replacements, a small number of coins appear with a noticeably different copper tone. Collectors call these copper shade or bright copper 1988 2p coins. They tend to have a more reddish color compared to the duller bronze of typical circulation coins. What's more fascinating is that some of these examples were struck on transitional plankets metal, blanks that might have been intended for other coin years or test strikes. That tiny variation makes them stand out in the numismatic world. Now, here's the part that surprises even experienced collectors normally. A coin in poor condition loses much of its value. But when we're talking about a rare mint error or an unusual metal variation, condition isn't everything. Even extra bad condition. Examples of the 1988 copper shade 2p coin have appeared in auction, markets, and online sales. Attracting strong attention, collectors want them not for their shine, but for their rarity, story, and proof of an anomaly in the Royal Mint's production history. So, what kind of money are we talking about? Recent sales in the UK and international online auction markets, including platforms like eBay, Heritage, and private numismatic forums, show examples of the 1988 copper shade 2p coin selling for $50,000 in circulated condition and up to $52,000 or more for coins verified by grading services such as NGC or PCGS. One collector even reported a heavily worn extra bad condition coin selling for over $54,000 USD, simply because the copper tone and strike details confirmed its uniqueness. If you think you might have one of these coins in your change or old coin jar, here's what to look for. Date: the coin must be from 1988. Metal color unnoticeable. Reddish or bright copper hue instead of standard brownish bronze. Weight around 7.12 grams. But slight deviations could indicate a transitional or test planchet. Details check for any weak striking or slightly misaligned features, which could suggest a non-standard production batch. Magnet test: genuine bronze and copper coins are non-magnetic if it sticks. It's not authentic bronze. If your coin checks these boxes, it could be worth having it authenticated by a professional grading service. Collectors are drawn to these 1988 2p coins not just for their rarity, but for their story. They represent a transition in UK minting, an era when metal compositions and inscriptions were changing and a few mysterious coins slipped through the cracks. It's the thrill of finding something that wasn't supposed to exist. That's what numismatics is all about: history, mystery, and the joy of discovery. As awareness grows, so does demand. Rare copper tone 2p coins from the late 1980s are becoming highly collectible, especially when accompanied by clear photographic documentation or professional grading reports. Experts suggest that these coins could continue to rise in value as fewer genuine examples remain in circulation. And as collectors look for the next big UK coin rarity, if you find one, keep it safe, avoid polishing it, and consider having it graded, because even in extra bad condition, it could still hold serious value in today's auction market. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1988 UK to new Pence copper shade coin, a piece that proves that sometimes even the most ordinary looking coin can turn out to be a hidden treasure. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, this coin is a reminder to always keep an eye out. You never know what's hiding in your loose change. Next up, the 1998 United Kingdom 2-pence coin in copper shade very good condition and of exceptional quality for collectors. This is a coin that's not just currency, it's a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past, and a collectible that commands attention in today's auction market. So whether you're a seasoned collector, an investor in rare coins, or just someone fascinated by the artistry and history of British coinage, you're in the right place. Let's explore why this particular 2p coin from 1998 is considered a high-value numismatic gem. First, a little history. The 2 pence coin was introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization of British currency, replacing the old pre-decimal coins, made primarily of copper-plated steel in the 1990s. The coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the segment of the royal shield on the reverse, which was introduced in 1997. The 1998 version is particularly interesting for collectors because coins from the late 1990s tend to have less circulation, wherein many retain a strong copper tone, especially if they were carefully preserved over the years. This particular copper shade you see in front of you indicates a coin that has been protected from environmental factors, keeping its original mint luster intact. Now, let's take a closer look. This coin is in very good to extremely fine condition, meaning that its details are sharp, the edges are crisp, and the design is fully legible. Notice the brilliant copper hue. This is rare for coins of this era because most circulated coins develop a brown or dull patina over time. Collectors often pay a premium for coins that retain their original coloration, as it reflects careful storage and a higher quality strike. The 1998 2p is particularly sought after in this state because many coins from the late 1990 South were produced in large quantities, but few survived in such pristine condition. So what makes this coin valuable? In numismatics, condition, rarity, and demand dictate the market value. While the 2p coin is not exceedingly rare in general, the 1998 copper shade specimens in very good condition are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. Recent auction results show that similar coins in top-tier condition can fetch millions of dollars, and some exceptional pieces reach even higher values when sold privately or at specialty numismatic auctions. Yes, a coin you might overlook in your change jar could easily be worth 10 times face value or more if it's in the right condition. Professional grading can significantly impact a coin's value. Coins are usually graded on a scale from poor to mint datum S70. This particular 1998 2p would likely fall in the very fine to extremely fine range, depending on a professional assessment. When buying or selling, always consider third-party grading services, as they can authenticate the coin, verify the copper shade, and assign a numerical grade that buyers trust. In the global auction market, a coin that's certified VF or higher can command substantially higher prices than uncertified pieces. Now let's talk investment. Collectible coins have proven to be resilient assets over time, and copper coins like this 1998 2p have seen increasing interest among collectors worldwide. Auction houses in London, New York, and Hong Kong regularly feature high-quality UK coins that fetch remarkable sums. For example, a top-condition 2p coin from the late 1990s has sold for $45,000 USD, and exceptional specimens, particularly those retaining their original copper sheen, can exceed even that. It's a niche market, but one that rewards knowledge, patience, and an eye for quality. If you're looking to collect or invest, Here are a few quick tips. Preserve the coin. Avoid touching the surface with bare hands. Use cotton gloves. Proper storage. Acid-free holders or capsules maintain the coin's luster. Verify authenticity. Third-party grading or comparison with known specimens is key. Follow the market. Auction results can give you a realistic idea of what collectors are paying right now. By following these steps, you increase the chance that your 1998 2p coin becomes not just a sentimental piece, but a high-value asset in the collector market. So there you have it, the 1998 UK Pence coin in copper shade. A coin that is more than just small change. It's a high-quality numismatic piece, a collectible that's sought after in auctions, and a reminder that even coins in your pocket could hold serious value in dollars today. If you own one in very good condition, congratulations! You might be holding a piece of history that collectors around the world would love to add to their collection. Stay tuned, because in future episodes we'll explore more rare coins, market trends, and tips for building a valuable coin collection. Next up, the 1992 UK 10 pence coin in its silver shade. In extra fine condition, this coin isn't just a piece of currency. It's a collector's treasure that has recently seen incredible results in the auction market, selling for big values in US dollars. If you're passionate about coin collecting, rare finds, or investment-grade numismatics, stay tuned. This is one video you don't want to miss. The UK 10 pence coin, first introduced in 1968, has undergone various design updates and material changes over the decades. By 1992, the coin had already established itself as a key denomination in everyday transactions. But what makes the 1992 silver shade 1OP truly stand out is its remarkable preservation and subtle variations in the metal finish. Coins from this year in extra fine condition are extremely rare, as most circulated examples show obvious wear and tear. Collectors today prize these coins not just for their beauty but for their historical and investment value. And when you consider the dynamics of the modern auction market, coins like this one are increasingly commanding significant sums in US dollars, sometimes reaching values far beyond their face value. Let's take a closer look. Notice the brilliant silver shade, a result of meticulous minting and careful preservation over the last 3 decades. The coin's extra fine condition is evident in the sharpness of the engraving, the crispness of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, and the well-defined lettering on the reverse side. Collectors often use terms like EF or extra fine to describe coins that show only minimal signs of wear, usually visible only under magnification. This level of preservation makes the 1992 1OP an exceptional specimen, especially when compared to the vast majority of circulated coins from the same year. Rarity is a key factor in determining numismatic value. Although the 1OP was minted in relatively high numbers in 1992, coins that have retained their silver sheen and sharp features are exceedingly rare. Recent auction results illustrate this perfectly. At major UK and international numismatic auctions, 1990 to 1OP coins in extra fine condition have sold for thousands, sometimes millions of US dollars, depending on provenance and presentation. This is a significant increase from just a decade ago, reflecting both growing collector demand and the coin's status as a high-quality, investment-grade piece. If you're considering adding a 1992 10p silver shade coin to your collection, it's important to understand how to verify authenticity and condition always. Check the mint mark and tiny details in the Queen's portrait and the reverse design can indicate authenticity Assess the silver tone genuine. Silver shade coins have a subtle metallic sheen that's difficult to replicate. Consider professional grading. Services like NGC or PCGS can certify condition, increasing market value dramatically. Protect your investment. Store coins in acid-free holders or capsules to prevent tarnishing and maintain that extra fine quality. The auction market for rare coins is booming. Coins like the 1992 UK 10p and extra fine condition are hot commodities. High-profile numismatic auctions show that serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar prices, sometimes several times the coin's original value. Whether you're a collector or an investor, understanding these trends can make a huge difference. Coins with exceptional condition and historic significance consistently outperform their less preserved counterparts in both private sales and public auctions. So there you have it, a deep dive into the 1992 UK 10p silver shade coin in extra fine condition. It's a stunning example of numismatic excellence with beauty, historical significance, and real market value. If you've got one in your collection or find yourself lucky enough to acquire one, know that you're holding a piece of history that continues to attract serious interest from collectors and investors worldwide. Next up, the UK 10p coin from 1996 with a stunning silver shade in what experts call excellent condition. Now, this isn't your everyday pocket change. This is a coin that combines historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and remarkable preservation, making it a prized item for collectors worldwide. And trust me, when coins like this hit the auction market, they can fetch impressive sums in US dollars. Let's start with the history. The UK 10p coin, first issued in 1968, is part of the decimalization era, a period when the United Kingdom transitioned from pounds, shillings, and pence to a decimal-based system. By 1996, the coin had already become a staple in British currency. But some years and mint conditions are far more collectible than others. The 1996 edition is particularly special because of its unique finish and toning. Over the years, certain coins have developed a subtle silver sheen, which collectors refer to as a silver shade. This naturally enhances the coin's visual appeal and can increase its market value substantially. Numismatically, the 1996 UK 10p is highly sought after for several reasons. First, its condition. Coins in excellent condition, sometimes graded as EF or extremely fine by professional grading services, are rare, especially for circulation coins over 2 decades old. This means minimal wear, crisp details, and a surface that catches the eye of collectors and investors alike. Second, the silver shade itself. Not every coin achieves this naturally. Coins that develop this kind of subtle, even toning often indicate careful handling and optimal storage conditions, another factor that serious collectors prize. Now, let's talk numbers on today's auction market. UK 10p coins from 1996. In excellent condition with a silver shade have been selling for impressive values, sometimes reaching several thousands dollars, depending on the beer demand, rarity, and certification. Why the high value? It's simple scarcity and quality. Coins like this are no longer just pocket change, they're collectibles. And as more collectors worldwide seek out pristine examples, the competition drives the price higher. In fact, recent auction results show that certified coins of this type have sold for United States dollar. That's a strong indication that high-grade, visually appealing coins will continue to be solid investments for collectors and enthusiasts. So what exactly sets this coin apart? Let's break it down. Condition extremely fine details on the portrait and reverse shield design. Tone a naturally developed silver shade that adds aesthetic and collectible value. Rarity in this grade, while 1996 coins aren't extremely rare. Examples in such pristine condition are uncommon. Numismatic demand collectors actively seek coins with both historical relevance and visual appeal. Put all these factors together, and you've got a coin that isn't just currency, it's an investment piece. If you're thinking about acquiring a coin like this, here are some tips to keep in mind. Certification: always consider professionally graded coins. This guarantees authenticity and condition. Storage: proper storage in coin capsules or albums preserves the silver shade and prevents wear. Market research: check auction histories and collector forums to understand current market trends. Condition over quantity: a single high-grade coin is worth far more than multiple lower-grade ones. Following these steps can help you make smart purchases and even spot undervalued coins before they skyrocket in value. In the world of numismatics, a coin like the 1996 UK 10 in silver shade isn't just money, it's history, art, and a tangible piece of the market's dynamic value. Whether you're a collector, investor, or simply a lover of fine craftsmanship, coins like this capture the imagination and attention of enthusiasts worldwide. So keep your eyes open, handle your coins with care, and never underestimate the beauty and value of a perfectly preserved 10 pence. Who knows? The next auction could see this very coin selling for a figure that surprises everyone. Next up, the 1957 United Kingdom 1 shilling silver coin. Not just any coin, but one in very fine condition with an exquisite silver shade. A truly high-quality specimen that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. And yes, this coin is commanding significant value in today's auction market. Measured in impressive dollar figures, stick with us as we explore every detail, history, and market trend for this remarkable piece. Let's start with some historical context. The 1 shilling coin, sometimes referred to as the bob, was a standard denomination in the United Kingdom for centuries. By 1957, the coin had already undergone several design updates. But what makes this year special is the striking quality of the silver alloy. While post-war coins often saw variations in production, the 1957 issue maintained distinct, lustrous silver finish that still appeals to collectors today. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who had been on the throne for just a few years at that point. Notice the fine detailing on her hair, crown, and facial features, a testament to the craftsmanship of the royal mint during this era. On the reverse, the classic crown lion passant, a symbol of England, remains crisp even decades later. This is where condition matters most. A coin in very fine condition shows clear outlines of these designs without major wear, making it a true gem for collectors. Now, let's talk about the silver shade. Unlike many circulated coins, a high-quality 1957 1 shilling retains a soft, reflective luster. Some collectors describe it as a soft gray with hints of brilliance, while others simply call it silver-toned perfection. This subtle shine is an indicator that the coin has been carefully preserved and hasn't been exposed to harsh elements or cleaning that can degrade its value. And here's where it gets exciting in today's numismatic auction market. Coins like this don't just sit quietly on shelves. In 1957 UK, 1 shilling in very fine condition has sold for impressive sums in dollars, with collectors willing to pay top value to add it to their collections. Depending on provenance, condition, and silver content, prices can vary significantly. But top-tier coins can reach thousands of dollars or more at international auctions. Let's break it down. Coins graded VF or higher are increasingly sought after, especially by collectors in the United States, Europe, and Asia over the last decade. The auction trend shows a steady increase in value, driven by the coin's historical significance, limited availability in pristine condition, and the appeal of silver coins in a collector's portfolio. If you're considering investing in coins, here are some key factors to look for. Condition: look for coins that retain sharp detail on both the obverse and reverse. Luster: original silver sheen is a big value driver. Authenticity: make sure the coin is verified by reputable grading services. Market trends: keep an eye on auctions. Prices fluctuate with demand, rarity, and silver markets. Beyond the numbers, there's a sheer joy in holding history in your hand. A 1957 1 shilling isn't just currency. It's a piece of the British legacy, a testament to the post-war era, and a tangible connection to Queen Elizabeth II's early reign. That combination of history, artistry, and tangible value is what makes these coins so highly prized. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner looking to invest, the 1957 UK 1 shilling in very fine silver shade represents a rare opportunity. It's not just about owning a coin, it's about securing a piece of history that continues to command attention at auctions worldwide. And with the continued interest in silver and British coins, there's every reason to believe this coin's value will continue to grow. So the next time you see a 1957 1 shilling coin in very fine condition, remember, it's not just a small silver disc, it's a high-quality, numismatic treasure, a collector's dream, and a tangible piece of history that can fetch impressive value on the global market. Make sure you preserve it, display it, and if you're looking to sell, keep an eye on auctions, because coins like this don't stay under the radar for long. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into numismatic history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights into rare coins, investment tips, and auction highlights. And remember, every coin tells a story. The 1957 1 shilling is one you'll want to tell over and over again.